if you were Jay Powell, and the president said this about you, what would you do? Is it going to infect his thinking?
Well, the central bank knows better than to try to cave into that kind of particular bullying. But I have to say, it certainly could be taking its toll, especially after the repeated attempts of this president to get the Fed to actually cave and lower interest rates. As we know, the Fed has moved off of its stance of continuously raising interest rates. There were 9 interest rate hikes over the course of the last couple years, ending with December, and the Fed is now in what they're calling a patient pose. But since that pose has been announced, they have made further announcements that they are actually going to consider now changing direction and beginning a path of rate reduction. So what's going to come out of this meeting is going to be a sense of when those rate reductions are likely to begin.
Jay Powell is, whatever his job is, Sarah, a human being, one who probably cares about his job. Is there any way he could not be impacted by that kind of commentary from the President of the United States?
Yes, but let's hope that Jay Powell knows that what most central bankers know now, which is that the strength of a country's economy is really a function of the independence of its central bank. It's very important for a central bank to be able to stand up to outside pressure of the sort that this president is putting on the Fed, and not just the Fed. We saw overnight that the president is also leveling criticism against the European Central Bank, against Mario Draghi. So the technique of expanding the pressure on central banks is now gathering steam, and yeah, I mean, I think you're right. He is a human being, and it is hard to resist that
Sarah,
kind of pressure.
quickly, would you cut rates today?
No, not today. But what I would start to do is to look at and start preparing the economy, start preparing markets for what those rates might look like in terms of their size, their timing. I think that the Fed should, in essence, start to do some stronger signaling than it has so far as to the rationale, really, for those rate cuts.